Hey, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Black Effin Fathers. How are you, love?
I'm good. How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing amazing. Are you ready for these 20 questions?
I'm ready for these 20 questions.
Okay, so the first question that I want to ask you here is what made you want to start YouTube?
That's an excellent question. Honestly, what really made me want to start YouTube was I don't feel like so. Of course, the name of my channel is Black Effing Fathers, and I'm pretty much advocating for us. Um, I feel we get a real bad rap. Not only do we get a bad rap, but I feel like we're trying to be made extinct. You know what I mean? So I want
Mm,
to give a voice for the black father, for the black man, let them know that we out here. Like we
right.
definitely exist. Yeah, like we definitely exist. We got families. We got strong families in
We
the
got all of
community.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like stop showing us in this negative light. Plus, on top of that, YouTube is profitable. Like I see people getting this money on out here. So
They getting this money, child.
like,
Okay.
can I get a slice?
That's how I felt too. That's definitely how I felt too. So yeah, I can definitely believe that. What made you like come up with the idea of wanting this to be the path that you go down as far as trying to be relatable and gaining an audience?
Um, like I said, like I feel we as black fathers, we don't get that voice. You know what I'm saying? People they don't really get to hear our struggle because it's definitely a struggle as a black father. Like you got to be as a father, period. You know what I'm saying? You are the head of your family unit. You know what I'm saying? So as a black male, it's definitely harder. Like it's definitely more obstacles. And I'm like, I got to get up out here, let these people know what we going through. Let them know, like every black father y'all try to portray on the TV, other than Bill Cosby or Uncle Phil, like we really exist. It's not just on TV.
Yeah, that's real. Mm-hmm. Okay. So my second question that I have for you here has to do with the video that you titled when you was going to Montego Bay.
Mm.
In that video, you stated that you had this trip planned for about a year now. Is that something that you always do? Do you always like plan a trip in a year for you to be able to like have it in advance and work towards it? Yeah.
So I'm gonna just give this advice to if it's any married men out there, like or any men in relationships. I don't know what your financial status is, but in my financial status, you know what I'm saying, I got a checking in the savings, shit like that. Like so we gotta it's beneficial for me and my wife to plan out things ahead of time, you know what I mean, so we can maximize our vacations. Like you don't want to do things last minute and then you may not be able to do certain things while you out there because it's just not financially feasible. So it's nothing wrong with always being prepared. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you're doing, but especially in our vacations, we don't play. Like we want to be comfortable. We want, you know what I'm saying? I just was telling my wife earlier, we all inclusive sport. So we
Mm-hmm.
we was watching Dora the Explorer, or yeah, Dora the Explorer. She was showing like backpacking all over the place and going to hostels. I don't know if hostels is our thing, but we do need to try some new things in our vacation life. But yeah, we definitely plan out our vacations before we go. That's just so we could be comfortable. Like I said, maximize your vacation to the fullest and have the most fun.
So Supreme was saying, I appreciate that Black Evan Fathers is a Trump supporter like me. Great lines, Thinkamite. So what makes you want to be more so on the Trump side versus the other side, the
So that
Democrat
was a
side?
joke. That was definitely a joke. Supreme, no, I don't. So as far as political aspects, I don't vote. I have never voted in my whole life. I'm one of them people who I feel like, and pardon my language, if somebody give you two plates of shit, like I'm not gonna eat shit. I'm not gonna be forced to eat this plate over this plate. So I just don't. I
I
just
feel
don't.
you.
Yeah, I just don't engage. Like you know what I mean. I let other people deal with that. And like as you see with the Trump situation, you see what we got in there right now. Supreme, no, we got mayo. You know what I'm saying? We got some spoiled mayonnaise in
Child.
the White House right now. So I don't even. This has a black effing father. It don't say nothing about MAGA. I don't even. Nah, we don't do the Trump. But I know what he. I know, bro. Bro, know what it is. I know what it is. He trolling. But yeah, definitely No political. I don't choose sides. I'm team me, team us, team my family.
I feel you on that. Okay. I feel you for sure. Thank you guys so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Black Evan Fathers. Please make sure to go over to his channel and subscribe and check out his content, okay? So, the next question that I have for you here actually has to do with the same video I was speaking on just earlier. There was a moment in that video where you were speaking directly to the fellas, where you was actually telling them that dudes in Jamaica be trying to holler at your ladies and they just be out there like that. And you was giving them advice, letting them know like stuff like that happens all the time. Don't let it get to you or whatever. That's just how like Jamaicans are and whatnot. What advice would you actually give a guy whose girl is going on vacation, but he won't be going with her at all?
Go find you something to do. Like, don't worry about what your girl doing while she on vacation. Honestly, that'll make your relationship better. Everybody needs space. Everybody need personal space.
Yeah,
Everybody need to go out and, you know what I'm saying, get crazy with their friends. So like when coach go out, she don't even hear from me. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, we got Apple iPhones, so we got location on each other. As long as you where you said you're gonna be, I don't bother you. Like, you know what I'm
right.
saying? Go have fun, live it up. Yeah, as far as all my fellas, let them do that, man. Like that's what they there for. And honestly, if your wife is beautiful like mine, that's pretty much why you married her. You married her because of her beauty. So somebody else gonna find her beautiful. Just trust that, she love you and she ain't gonna do nothing crazy.
Okay, yeah, and I agree. That has a lot to do with trust and love. So yeah. Child, it would be crazy to be like, oh, you say it's gonna be over here, but your location showing over here, child.
Right.
But nah, that only happens with like I feel like new and young relationships. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like people that are like much older have to deal with stuff like that unless they probably in like the rocks of things. But other than
Right.
that, I don't see it.
And I mean,
Yeah.
even if you in the
Okay.
rocks of things, just like have respect the end of the relationship. Don't go behind somebody back. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll only further complicate the situation. Because people feelings get involved. People be out here
Yeah.
killing each other. You know what I'm saying? They be killing
They
each
no,
other
they
over a
really
month.
do. Oh,
Like
oh, child, please.
I
What?
will what I will give you a pink slip before I want you to try to kill me. Like you get to that point to where you about to kill me in my sleep. Nah, let's end this thing amicably. You know what I mean? And you go your way, I go my way.
Yeah. And Kyle said, go find something to do. And Foodie's vacation said, I agree. Yeah, I agree too.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question that I have for you here has to do with a video on your page that you titled Father's Everyday Struggle, LeBron versus Stephen. In this video, you spoke on the situation with LeBron and Stephen and how they kind of like had the issue with LeBron's son or whatnot. And I guess it was probably Stephen speaking on LeBron's
Yeah,
son,
speaking
right?
on LeBron's son.
Okay. So, how would you like what advice would you give a young man in their life who wants to be able to walk in their father's shoes, but also be able to like make and create their own path without
Yeah.
having to like,
So that's hard. And I mean, the only advice I can give somebody like a young man trying to carve his own lane is do just that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know your father is your predecessor and he pretty much created a lane for you, but you want to be your own man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's really hard when you named after your dad. So, like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah, like, so you brawny and you trying to create your brawny lane. But like I said, like that whole Stephen A. and Braun situation, it was funny to me because I got I got LeBron's point. You know what I mean? You are a dad, you trying to defend your son, but then in the same breath, this guy gets paid a living and a big bag. You know what I'm saying? To pretty
yeah,
much, yeah, to give his take, and his show is called First Take. So to give his take on you, your son, any other player that's in the league. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's exceptional. Like if your son is occupying, and that was his beef. His son is occupying a space where another guy deservedly could be. He could be playing on that team. And Bronny's pretty much on the team because he's LeBron's son. Nobody's taking away from his talent, but your talent don't got you there yet. And that was Stephen A. Smith's argument. And LeBron, I just felt it was kind of suckerish that LeBron approached him on the court knowing that Stephen A. really couldn't respond the way he wanted to. Not saying he'd have got all riled and crazy
hmm
like he was trying to pretend he would have, but I'm pretty sure he would have had something to say different to LeBron than, all right, bro, and just let it go. Like, you know what I mean? It was opportunity on LeBron's side. I think that was an opportunistic move by LeBron.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like there's a time and place for everything for sure,
Right,
especially
right,
if you're wanting for someone to really get into explaining themselves. I feel like, yeah, if you was really trying to actually get to understanding what was really going on through someone's head, you would do it at a
right.
certain time in a
Right,
certain
you
space.
come at a yeah, you come at a person differently, and you give them a chance to at least explain themselves because you know this dude's a commentator, bro. Like he talk about everybody, so like give him the benefit of the
Hmm.
doubt. And on top of that, like Stephen A. like 5'5", LeBron like almost 7 feet. Like it was like this, like he was looking down talking to a
Yeah,
kid.
nah, child,
So
that's crazy. That is so funny. Supreme said LeBron is a coward sap sucker.
yo,
Child.
Supreme don't like nobody. Supreme
That
don't
is
like
so
nobody.
funny. Okay. So the next question that I have for you here actually has to do something with a conversation that me and my husband had the other night. So we were speaking on like past relationships and how people fall in love with people, and when they're in the midst of this relationship, they really are consumed and really are in love. Well, so many people go through so many different relationships and end up actually falling in love. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to ask you, with all of us loving more than once, most of us, you know what I'm saying? How do you know which love is the real love?
That's a great question. So I'm gonna just give my quick uh pedigree. I have three women that I have children with, right? And all of those were all relationships. Like I didn't have a over like a like an accidental child or something like that, or I wasn't just messing with a few. I had real relationships. One of them I actually put a ring on. We were together for 10 years, but it don't, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't work out, and you both are not mature enough to make the relationship work out. You know what I mean? Like I learned that getting older. Like the older I got, the more patient I got. You know what I'm saying? Like I was way, like you said, we were talking about emotions earlier. Like you act off of emotion in your younger ages. You know what I mean? And that can be
Hmm.
detrimental to any decision you make. Like just acting off emotion. So yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, you just gotta be careful. I want to get back to the question. Repeat the question one more time because I kind of got lost in my
So you're fine. The question I asked was, we all loved more than once. How do you know which love is the real love?
which love is the so I'm gonna be honest, like with all of them, like I said, I thought I was in love. I'm not even gonna say I thought I was in love. I was definitely in love with them. But like I wasn't mature enough to understand what I was going through. So like now I see love differently. And love is like, and I'm just gonna use this as an example. Let's just say you become completely invalid, like you can't move, you can't do anything for yourself. Love is that person who gonna wipe your ass, like with no complaints. Like that's love, and like I got that. You know what I mean? So like that's when certain things, certain actions are bestowed upon you to where you look at that person, you like, oh snap, like they really did that for me. Like that's when you
Yeah.
yeah, you realize like, oh, this is real. Like they really love me. Like we really in it. So if
Hmm.
you can condone that same feeling, like if it's equal 50-50, you in love. Like that's it. That's real love.
I feel that for sure. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Black Effin Fathers. Please make sure to go over to his channel, subscribe, and check out his content, okay? So, the next question that I have for you here is, would you rather lose, or actually, would you rather have your kids lose respect for you? Or would you rather have to go to prison for 10 years for something that you didn't do?
I'd rather go to the Bing. I'd rather go to the Bing than my kids lose respect for me because I feel my respect from anybody. You know what I mean? That's one of my most prized possessions. So if you respect me,
It
I
really is.
yeah, I take that. I don't take that with a grain of salt.
I feel that for sure. Okay.
Let me get my push-ups in.
So the
So
next
yeah,
question, huh?
I said let me start getting push-ups in ready for jail if that was to ever happen.
Child, I ain't ever trying to go back to jail, honey. What? I ain't even I wasn't even like, child, please, nah.
we ain't
Nah,
gotta talk about that. We both ain't trying to go back to jail. How about that?
nah.
How about
That
that?
is so funny. Okay, so the next question that I have for you here has to do with a video you have on your channel called Child Support Punishment for Fathers. Anthony Edwards. Come on, Ant Man. If someone told you that they created a lifestyle for their baby mom that was beyond what she was already living, and she got pregnant and they separated, and she demanded the same amount of money to continue on living that lifestyle, what would you say to them?
She got pregnant by me,
Yeah, so if you met a girl and you was living a particular lifestyle that was way above her lifestyle and you
right?
brought her into your lifestyle and she got pregnant and y'all separated and she told you that like she demanded you to give her the money to continue on with the lifestyle that you provided her.
hmm
What would you do?
I would tell her she's smoking crack. So first of all, you're not gonna tell me, yeah, like it's not about her. You know what I mean? Like if she had my child, then it would be about my child, and you ain't even got to question that. Like I'm gonna take care of my child. I'm gonna make sure my child is straight, but I'm not going to maintain your lifestyle that you feel that you want to live. Like, and only because you, I introduced it to you. Like if I never introduced it to you, you wouldn't even know what it is. So yeah, my kid'll be good, but I'm not. Yeah, she'll be. I mean, she'll be good. Like, and this is what I don't get about mothers. Like, yeah, you're the mother of the child. Like, you are pretty much the what's the word? The when you take care of a older person, you're their I forgot the word. The word that they use, their proxy or whatever. So you got, or you're in charge of pretty much everything. Like, what do you like? What more do I got to give you if you have my child and I'm taking care of my child? Especially if I'm taking care of my child adequately.
I feel you on that. So Elevated was saying, tell her to give up the child. Supreme said, she asked out, ain't no way in hell I'm taking care of a woman that ain't mine. And then he also said, finally, a man that speaks the truth and ain't scared.
That's a
I
fact.
feel it.
Tell Elevated, just so you know, I took the child, bro. Like I got custody of my son. Like it got down to that. I'm one of them. I'm a black effing father for real, bro. Like I went to court and got custody of my son. Like I'm not playing. I don't. I'm not letting no other dude raise my kid. Which wouldn't I wouldn't even mind that. Like if another quality dude came into the situation, all right, cool. But I'm not just giving up and letting somebody else take responsibility. Nah, we ain't doing that. Like we ain't doing that.
I feel you for sure. So Birdman Boots said, Black Evan fathers given the perspective of a lot of black men that don't get credit. Mm-hmm.
That's my bro.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
producer of Black BFF on the low.
Okay.
Yeah, Bird and Boots.
Period. Thank you guys so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Black Evan Fathers. Please make sure to go and subscribe to his channel and check out his content, okay? So, the next question that I have for you here is, would you rather give up a healthy lifestyle, which includes working out and making good decisions, or would you rather stop gaining knowledge altogether?
Would I rather or stop gaining knowledge altogether?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, that's a tricky question because that's like saying you want to be healthy and dumb. um, I don't know. I think I will have to be a smart fat dude. Like I need my I continuously need to learn stuff because things change every day. So I don't want to walk
Yeah,
around here.
they
You
do.
know what I mean? I don't want to be naive to nothing. So
Coach with the eyes.
yeah, I already I was waiting for that, but yeah. I'm sorry, babe. Fat and smart for the board.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you. I definitely feel you. Honestly, I would I don't know, child. I think I think I'll just have to have a really smart man, because I feel like if I was just like out of shape, but I just was able to continue to gain knowledge, I probably would still be like where I'm at. I'm still able to gain knowledge, because people can gain knowledge or have access to gaining knowledge and they don't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
I kind of feel like if it was gonna be like that, I'd rather like be with my man who has knowledge, and I would just like keep up with my healthy lifestyle so I can at least keep my body. Because a man, they would probably leave you, child, if you over there slacking off and they still smart and they doing both. Like, I don't know. It'll probably be different for a man and a woman, but child,
I hear you. I
yeah.
didn't know. I would have. I didn't know coach was an option. Like I had the option to lean on coach. Like I could be smart, and I mean, well, I
I
could be
mean, yeah,
super
because
physical.
she's
Yeah,
not a part of that. It's just you, really.
yeah. That's why I was like, so if it's just
Hmm.
all me, hopefully in my fat stage, but being smart, I'll figure out how to lose weight. I'll figure.
I mean, sure, you'll probably just be like you'll be gaining. You will have to, s- child. I don't know what you will do, child. That
Mm-mm.
is so funny though. But coach is definitely gonna be looking at you like you need to get your lazy
You
ass
already
up.
know.
Like
You
what?
She gonna be screaming,
Mm-mm.
"Fight!"
Okay.
That's what she be screaming at y'all. Fight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's for
Uh,
sure.
yeah.
Okay. So, my next question that I have for you here is, in your opinion, what is the difference between a wife and a soulmate?
A wife and a soulmate. Um, I guess a soulmate is someone who you're gonna connect with. Like, you know what I mean? Like I got a soulmate. You know what I mean? Like that's my yin to my yang. You know what I mean? So like that's a soul. Like a soulmate is somebody like they can almost know what you're thinking without you saying stuff. Like, you know what I mean? A wife is cool because a wife is pretty much is gonna be what, like the Susie homemaker of the household. Like she's gonna cook, she's gonna clean, hopefully. She's gonna tend to the kids. But am I gonna really be able to connect with her? Like, or when I'm really feeling some kind of way,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? She gonna come rub my head and make me feel
Right.
better. Yeah, like so. I a soulmate is someone that, you know what I'm saying, gonna definitely pull you up. Like that's your pull up. Like that's your life jacket. A wife is cool, but I would take a soulmate over a wife any day.
I feel you. Yeah, I mean, sure. I remember who was it that I was talking to? They was basically trying to say like in a way, a wife can kind of be like hiring a maid. You know what I'm saying? Which was really wild to me to just like hear that. You know what I'm saying? Because kind of like almost everything that a maid kind of does, and not trying to compare the two or put them together, but
Hmm.
it's kind of different when you think of your soulmate
Mate, right,
and like just a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of different. And honestly, a wife can be something where it's just more so of an exchange of I need money for me to like, love
right,
on you or whatever. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
So, mhm.
I need that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
need that real genuine connection. Like I don't need you just there cause that's like it. So pretty much like a job. Like you just there just cause. Like you
Yeah.
clocking in. Like
Mhm.
you know what I mean.
Supreme is so funny. He said, "What if your soulmate is a maid?" Child, please.
Then you up because your house gonna stay clean.
Child, please. That is so funny. Okay. So, my next question for you here is, what do you find most challenging about YouTube?
Editing. Yo,
Really?
Supreme. Yeah, Supreme lied. Yo, he told me it should only take 10 to 15 minutes to edit, or maybe 5 to 10 minutes to edit, like an hour worth of film. Yo, YouTube did me so dirty. I tried to put up the content from my brother's 40th birthday, and I had it was like it's a party, so it's nothing but music in the background. Coach told me to trim everything down to 7 seconds. 7 seconds. I got an hour and 42 minutes worth of footage, and I gotta trim stuff down to 7 seconds. So definitely editing to make sure you don't get that content infringement little yellow triangle on your content. That's really pretty much the hardest thing that I've come across so far. And I I'm getting more comfortable, but like the first thing was walking around with the camera and the selfie stick and all that. Y'all got that down pat. Jay, you got walk-ins, like all of that from the ground, from the ceiling. You got everything. You and
Yeah.
coach, yeah, y'all got that. So I'm trying to get into that and learn to get more comfortable with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? To make your content look better, because your content is great.
Yeah, you definitely will get there. I feel like it has a lot to do with just like the determination of wanting to be able to have it look that way because it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it does.
Honestly, like doing things like that, it does take a lot of time for you to stop and move it and stop and move it and all of that. Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like once you get used to it, it just kind of like it goes
Yeah.
by quick.
I
Yeah.
told
Cuz
you,
you ain't
like
got to yeah.
yeah, I was telling in one of my lives one time, I was saying like how coach would stop us before, we'll just be going to the mall. If she want to tape that intro, she'd be like, "Yo, babe, stand right there. You already know. I gotta wait. She gotta set up the camera, and then you already know it's 5, 4, 3, and then we get to strolling and all that." So
Well,
I get it.
I love the fact that you're like down with it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I love that.
listen. We in
Mhm.
it. We a YouTube household, and we, like I said,
Mhm.
like my man Supreme said, this is about funds, not fun. So we trying to get this money on. You know what I mean?
I feel that. That's for real. Okay. So the next question that I have for you here is if you was in the back of an elevator with six people in front of you and the elevator was about to free fall and y'all was on the 30th floor, but only two people were able to make it out of the elevator before it falls down, what would you do?
So like the doors open and it's about to fall,
Yeah.
and I'm in the back,
Yeah, and there's six people in front of you.
and there's six strangers.
Yeah.
So I'll be telling everybody about how four other people died. Now I mean, I'll be the dude on the news telling y'all how four people died in the elevator. Especially if it's four people I don't know, and y'all ain't stronger than me. It's over. It's over.
You are so funny, child. You'll be the one on the news.
I'll be the one telling everybody like, "Yo, it was a shame. I barely made it out with my life, but I'm here."
So let's do a scenario. So I will be the news anchor lady.
Okay.
Good day, America. I am here with Black Effin Fathers, and he just survived a tragedy that happened today in the elevator. Can you please tell us what happened, sir?
Miss J, it was crazy. I almost died today. But God found a way to get me from the back of the elevator to the front of the elevator, and I got out just before, tragically, these other people fell to their death. This is tragic, but listen, we gonna mourn them. I'm gonna throw a big old party for them. You know what I mean, that's how we doing that. We gonna mourn them, and but I'm here. Yeah,
I'm so glad that you made it out. And scene. Child, they gonna be looking like, look at this black man on TV over here. He done made it out of this
he
elevator. Oh
made
my
it.
God.
That's a fact. Black,
God is
yeah.
on his
Listen,
side. Look at that. Look at
listen.
that. What a
Like
tragedy.
we got to make it by by any means necessary. Y'all heard Malcolm. If it was people I know, I'm tossing you out the elevator. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm not strong. Like I'm I'm tossing you out. If I can't toss everybody, it is what it is. But if I don't know you, I'm sorry.
Rodney said, that's so wrong.
That's my dad.
Child,
That's my
that's your
dad.
dad?
And that's my dad. And
That is so funny.
he taught me to be the first one out if they not related to you. So I'm surprised he said that's so wrong.
Queen said, any means necessary. Child, I'm surprised, Queen. I'm so surprised.
Queen, no. If you don't know them queen like this, listen. Bless listen, I feel sorry, but it was me or y'all, like for real.
That is hilarious. But, child, I don't want to die. But,
Which Jay, I already know. So
yeah, okay. Thank you guys so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Black Effin Fathers. Please make sure to go and subscribe to his channel and check out his content, okay? So the next question that I have for you here is, if a man asked you when's the best time to have the sex talk with their daughter, what would you say?
So I don't think I'm the best person to ask that question because I kind of had that talk with my daughter, and when she turned 13, and it's only because all right, you're a female. Females are growing up and are becoming are developing very early nowadays. So I got a
Mm.
13-year-old black girl black young lady who on her birthday, I took my whole family to Virginia, and my daughter was in her room. We're in an Airbnb, and I'm wondering, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. She's a female, I know you guys want to look your best, so sometimes you guys take long. My daughter was in the room for an hour, Jay, and when she came out with this dress that I had no idea that she owned, and I'm like, who took you to the store to buy this dress? Come on. So I already seen it was a setup. It was like, yeah, this is what you're gonna have to deal with. I looked at that situation. I said, let me talk to my daughter right now. Listen, nobody get the cookie. Like, I will crumble you and anybody who asks for the cookie. So just keep that in mind. Like, and pretty much that's how I have my talks with my daughters.
I don't even blame you though. But yeah. So Supreme said he would say 9.
Not
He said
well,
13 is too late.
nah, nine is too. I'm too graphic for her at 9. Like, I gotta be like 9. She was still. I'm not gonna lie. She still was jumping rope and playing with Legos at 9. 13, when the dress came out, bro. I'll send it. I'll put a picture out. That it almost stopped my heart. Ask coach.
So, Rodney said, "Thank God I have 3 sons."
Yeah.
I don't blame you on that. Yeah, because females do grow much faster, and then in this day and age, the way everything is seen on, like, social media, it makes you even grow up like even more faster. You want to look like and be like and seem like some person.
Mm,
So
tell me about
yeah.
it, Jay. And they delusional. That they're really, even the social media people, they're not telling them the truth. So you got my 13-year-old daughter thinking that this is real life, and then I got to slap her back to reality. Like, is you crazy? Like, you don't see what your mother doing. You don't see what your sisters and your cousins are doing. Don't follow somebody on social media. Follow the people that you really know and can touch, like stuff that's really in your face.
Okay. So Supreme says, girls was already getting train ran on at 13 at my school.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Mine's too.
child.
Mine's too. Why you think I'm so protective, bro? Like, I had to put the fear of God in her, but I don't want to do it at 9. Like, she don't even know what the cookie is. She really think of cookies is Oreos and Chips Ahoy's. Like, at 13, when I said cookies, she know what I meant.
I mean, honestly, I feel like some kids they will literally act like slow and retarded just to avoid it, but they be
The
knowing.
conversation,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
they know.
saying? Yeah.
Not, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's why sometimes it is good to at least say something so they know that you can talk to them about that. So in case anything happened, they will probably think about you. But I feel like if anything happened, they will just act like they
hey,
13
right,
or
yeah.
11 or 10. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Yeah.
nah, I know you're not innocent. Like, I be seeing what y'all be all that. This is the new the girl pose. Like, all their tongues be sticking out and all that shit. We're not doing that. Who you showing your tongue to? Why your tongue is out on Instagram? So I gotta let you know, I will cut your tongue off because somebody else gonna see that tongue and they might find it interesting and they gonna try to hit you and DM you. So I gotta let you know how dangerous answering those DMs and Instagram, like those little text messages, can be. Your dad will do something bad to you
Mhm.
in love, like out of love,
Yeah. Yeah. Tough love is good love too.
or
So
it's
yeah.
still love. Let them know it's still love.
Mhm. Yeah. So Miss Supreme was saying just make the conversation age appropriate for the age of each child. Yeah.
Supreme trying
Mhm.
to have me grow my daughter up faster than she. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'll wait.
Child. Okay. So the next question that I have for you here actually has to do with a video that you have on your page that you titled Kamalo Anthony Murder Case Racial Tension in America. If this representation of what happened was the only representation of America to other countries, what do you think other countries would view America like as? Like, what do you think like our perspective would be known as to other countries?
What it already is today. So like this is another thing that YouTube done for me. So like now I watch other YouTube content creators. I watch their content, right? And I actually came across a guy, I can't remember his name, but he was like from Liberia. You know what I mean? Like Ghana or Liberia, one of them. And he was saying why Africans hate black Americans. And then it was showing like it gave testimony, like it was some couples that moved out to, I think they were in Ghana. I want to say it was Ghana. They moved out to Ghana and they kept using the term that the honeymoon was over. Like they was out there for like about a month or two, everything was cool, but then they started getting treated real nasty just because people were realizing that they were American, black Americans. So I don't blame them. Like, look what they got to look at. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a great representation coming from the United States. You know what I'm saying? We kill. It's a lot of black on black crime, and that's what's mostly presented to in media. You know what I'm saying? Hence the reason
Mhm.
why I'm doing what I'm doing, because they try to make us look crazy in media. Like, oh, there's no black fathers in the home. Like Carmelo Anthony, you wouldn't even know he had a whole full family structure. They try to make that kid look like a killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that shit is crazy. So like, if I'm coming from another country and I'm just looking at what the media is posting up about this country, I would look at it like, yo, they be bugging out over there. They don't got no unity, no nothing. Let's go take that shit over. Let's go take their block. Like for real. Especially from like other countries have unity and structure, yo. Like
They
we'll never
really
be able to,
do.
like it's
They really
crazy.
do.
Like we would never ever like we're never gonna be able to compete with China. Like ever. And I don't even get into like
Child.
yeah, I don't get into shit like that. But I'm just like looking at how advanced they are, how how disciplined they are. Like from kids. Like their school structure is totally different from our shit. Kids don't
Yeah,
touch
it
like
is.
it's man, listen, China will fuck us up on some real shit. Like
Yeah.
for real. Like so to answer your question, if I was another country viewing us, we horrible, yo. Like we ready for the takeover.
Yeah, I remember a long time ago, I seen a video on YouTube of a class that was in, I think it was probably in Japan or in China, like somewhere over there.
Hmm.
And they was basically watching a video of people in America and pretty much like laughing at how we are. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, dang, that's real crazy. Like how they just like look at us and just be like, I can't even like, it's insane because I feel like they have so they allow their people in China to all grow up to be smart and intelligent
Hmm.
so that they would be able because people in America all over, but mainly in America, what I be hearing is they always say the children is the future, the children is the future, but you don't give the children the best of the education. It's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, I think you should just be saying the money is the future because that's really all you depend on when
But
you be
look,
talking about things. You know what
when
I'm saying?
yeah, you're
So
right. And then, but
yeah.
with them, they start their kids off so early. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see Supreme like fuck China, but yo, they disciplined, bro. Like, down from the smallest little jit, he out there. Not only is he learning, but he's also physically like they also physically raising. That's why I be like, yo, are they trying to cultivate like an army over there? Like, cause these little motherfuckers, oh excuse me, these little kids and everybody is growing up so disciplined. Like, what's coming our way? Like, what they preparing for? You already know, like I'm with Supreme on the fuck every other country other than ours because I represent us. But you got to look at the real. Like we not even on the type of time that they on. Like they really preparing their kids from they're preparing everybody from kid stage. Like we don't do that out here. Like we let kids pretty much run free. Like we got 2 year olds that weigh 70 pounds. That's nuts. Like that's nuts. Like yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta we gotta do
I
better.
definitely
America gotta
do.
do better. Yeah, we gotta represent ourselves better. I mean, like I wouldn't even if we were doing better, I wouldn't even have a China to compare us to, like or anybody else. Like you know what I mean? Like we're doing bad, and I'm an American.
Mhm. Yeah, that's for real. So Elevated was saying putting all your faith into media is arrogance. They believe, or they obviously paint the picture that they want to see.
And bro, that's another thing about America. What do people follow? Like what they see in front of you. It's harder for a person to pick up a book and read something when it's more easier than you to watch it on TV and somebody telling you this is what it is. That's why kids are so, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
caught up and delusional with social media. They believe everything, like everything.
Yeah. Hmm. And just going back real quick because I wanted to catch this comment. So D Nasty was saying um these kids too grown, smart, and responsible, and they're doing way more than us nowadays than they were like back then.
And he absolutely right. Like me and him grew up together. Like that dude was one of the smartest dudes in my class. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the smart. Like me and him grew up. Me and Nash was in school from third grade, like third grade all the way to like junior high school when he moved off and he went to different junior high. This dude was an honor roll student. We used to get remember citywide math and reading tests. Like that dude was
Hmm.
getting those gold medals. I was a silver medal dude trying to get the way he was at. Like that nigga was in 85 to 90 percentile, shit like that. Like so, yeah, these kids is definitely different. Like they definitely different nowadays. They don't even value the same things that we value. Like I was telling my son, like you need to get a trade. You know what I mean? You need to learn a skill.
Yeah,
Like y'all don't even look at that no more. Y'all all want to be
I
rappers.
know.
Like
Hmm.
everybody want to be a
Yeah.
rapper. I'm like, all right, wait till R&B music take over. Everybody singing like Luther. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Mm-mm. That is so funny. So Miss Supreme was actually saying China doesn't have the freedom that we have, though.
So they don't, but that kind of plays into their, you know what I mean? Like when I was saying that discipline, and they don't have the same problems we have neither. Like think about it.
That's true.
Like they don't have to. Like we are on the verge of. I'm hearing like the American dollar is about to be worth nothing. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
It's
Like
about to
that's
just
crazy.
be doing like the Bitcoin and stuff.
Yeah, like that's crazy to
Mm-hmm.
me. Like so, like when your country's currency is worth nothing, that says a lot about you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like that's crazy to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Elevated has said these ain't the children that Whitney Houston was singing about.
Oh hell no, nah, hell
Child.
no, hell no.
Mm-mm. Supreme said you wouldn't even be able to speak the way about China in China, bro.
I know.
That's
That's why I'm
true.
doing. That's why I'm talking my shit in America. Come
You're
get me.
annoying.
Come get me.
Child. Mm-hmm. Ronnie said they don't have to deal with racism, which is true also. But that's
Yeah,
because they're all the same
they're
race
all the
anyway.
same. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
they're kind of, that's the crazy thing about America, how like we don't have in America, it's just like everyone is just like all over. And then all these other places is like their own kind. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like everyone has their own kind. And the only people that you see that's over there is someone that was probably just brought over here to live here, either for educational purposes or because like their mother probably loved to someone else or something like that. But otherwise, or if you was vacationing, but otherwise you're literally going to a land of these people,
Of these, right.
other than America. You know what I'm saying? Which is so insane to me, but it is what it is. Yeah.
And you
Our
want to know what's crazy?
currency is everything.
Oh, I seen Supreme our currency. No, it ain't. We declining, bro. But what's crazy about other countries, especially like in China, like they'll treat us more like so. Say, especially black people, will go over there. They way more friendly. Like you know what I mean? Way more inviting over there because I guess we're a rarity. So they're gonna want to, especially if you got long hair, locks or something like that. They're definitely gonna want to touch your hair and all that. All that's fine with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't find that racial. I find that curious. Like you curious because you don't have a lot of black people around you. So I'm a rarity. So God, soak me in. Like, you know what I mean? Get enough of get all this ALB, enough of whatever you can get. But our country totally different. Like, let somebody come from China, we making fun of them. Look, fuck China, China ain't shit, this and that and the other. We doing the same guy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We wild disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. We not even welcoming. So why would I'm surprised that other countries be so welcoming to us. And it could just be because they wanted to spend money there. Like, but it is what it is. They definitely other countries don't treat Americans the way Americans treat other countries, and that's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. So Supreme was saying they don't have a caste system.
The what system?
Is it caste or is it caste system or caste system?
Oh, I don't know
Would
what
that
that is.
be comparison to like the government here? Would that be, is that kind of like what you're saying exactly? And then he said, try to date their woman then. I feel like most of like actually, I can't really say that because I feel like when I like look at social media, a Chinese woman probably would want them a black man. You know what I'm saying? A strong, tall black man. Why not? Because when we think of like Chinese men, they be like, you want small thing? You know what I'm saying? So,
I
you know
know
what I'm saying?
I got a friend and he actually dates Asian women. Like he loves Asian women. He just was like he said it wasn't a racist thing. He was like it's just more. And mind you, this boy black, like midnight black. So and he got nothing but strong black women in his family. He feels or his what he told me was Asian women are more docile. Like you don't got to deal with a whole lot of. You never argue. He was like, you really don't argue. Like, and he was like, you may have a strong Asian woman with a strong mind, like she likes to get things her way, but she still won't argue with you, like in a way. I guess that's just the way that their community is brought up. Like they don't argue with the man type situation. Like they have, I guess,
Mhm.
what is supposedly a conversation, which you're supposed to have. Like two people should have a conversation, but you
Yeah.
already know. Like I got a mother, I got a black mother, I got sisters, I got cousins. I done seen black women turn up, you know what I mean? Coach done turned up a couple of times. She might have lost and then came back down to earth like, oh, let me chill out. But yeah, like that's one of the things that he said that he deals with when he deals with Asian women, like with Asian women. That's why he deals with them. So I was like, all right, that's
Mhm.
interesting. I never had an Asian girlfriend or anything like, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Okay. So Vani was saying they copy our style of music. All you got to do is watch the Chinese sitcom, and you'll see them dancing together off James Brown and other R&B songs.
Yeah, and my dad is right because I was going to leave. I was going to mention that like the younger generation now of like Asians, they got dreads, they got braids, like they dressing just like somebody from Brooklyn, Harlem, or the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And they in Asia, and which is crazy is they're getting more slack from their culture, like the elders in their culture for doing that shit. Like, cause you're not embracing your own culture. You over here trying to look like another culture. So that's
Mhm.
another thing about America. Like we are definitely so like with our bad shit. This is one of our good shits, I guess. That we are very innovative. You know what I'm saying? And people definitely want to copy shit that we do. Like I give America that. Like we definitely bring a lot of style and shit like that. People want to take elsewhere or people from elsewhere copy and try to be like us. And I'm gonna give it up, especially blacks. Like we dope. So they try to steal everything from us. You know what I'm saying? Chinese, white, whoever it is. Like it is what it is. Like and y'all can have it. It's for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I
Y'all can have
know.
the
Mhm.
culture. Y'all can have it.
So, Ziz was saying, yeah, but if you have a different race living in China, I'm sure there's some type of form of race there as well. And I feel like there's also like a form of race between different Chinese people because I remember when I was watching Kai Cenat, he has this little friend that he met from somewhere
Yeah.
overseas. And his name is Ray something,
Yeah,
and
Ray
he was
something.
explaining his story, and he was saying how people from where he's at don't really like, they look at him like he a black boy basically
Mm-hmm.
in their country. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's the same as them, but just because of his personality and stuff. So I feel like people can still look at you in that type of way. They expect you to be, a certain type of way because all of them have their like way of being. So
Yeah,
I feel
right.
like you can still be like casted out in a way for
Yeah,
sure.
you will. Especially that's why I was saying,
Hmm.
especially like in that culture, like because they're a real proud culture. You know what I'm saying? Like tradition is everything. So like if you a young 18-year-old, 19-year-old Asian kid and you're not growing up the way of the family, like you know what I mean? Especially if you incorporating like black ways, you done dreaded your hair or you done freaking braided your hair or something crazy or your style of clothes is not into taste with your family, like you will definitely be casted out. Like you just got to do what you got to do. But that's like, I guess, like, you just got to become your own person at that point. You know what I mean? And you either gonna sink or swim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Yeah. I feel that for sure. I hope I'm not like not seeing your comments, Supreme, but Supreme is so funny. He says Stash Cash is Chinese. Y'all hilarious.
Stash from Harlem, Harlem, USA. Ain't nothing Chinese about Stash,
Hmm. Yeah, we definitely are creative
except for the
culture.
food, right, Stash?
Not except for the food, child. Thank you guys so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Black Effin Fathers. Please make sure to go and subscribe to his channel and check out his content, okay? So, the next question that I have for you here is, if you had a chance to change a decision that you made in the past that you believe would better your life off with how you are right now, what would you change?
A decision that I made in the past that would make me. So, um, in my backsliding days before I found Christ, uh, no, I'm just joking. Like, I used to do some
You're
questionable,
funny.
yeah. I used to do some questionable things, like I said, as a young dude, and I would do things thinking I would get a lot of money very fast. You know what I mean? And then just instead of, so like, there was a lot of risky things I did that didn't turn out right. I totally wish I didn't do it. You know what I mean? But then, like we were saying, like LOX, like you live off experience. So if I didn't go through that, you know what I mean, it wouldn't have made me the person who I am today. So I must have needed that little life lesson. So I mean, I wish I could take it back just for the experience that I had, but it is what it is. Like I'm still here, I'm still breathing.
Yeah. We all have situations where we were just like in the midst of a moment and we just need to be able to grow. Because when we do look back on things like that, we do want to be able to tell our children not to do stuff like that because of the experience that you went through. But sometimes people, even kids, even if you tell them, they still want to be able to go through it so they can learn for themselves.
Hmm.
But yeah, it happens like that. Okay. So, my next question that I have for you here is, if you had the ability to read minds, but every time you did it, you lose your memory, whose mind would you want to read last before you stop reading minds altogether?
Mm. Who's and then I would forget. So right after I read their mind, I would forget it.
Yeah.
And then so whose mind would I want to read last?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, it wouldn't be that you would forget what you read or you'll forget like what you like heard in their mind. You'll remember that. It would just be that whenever you read someone's mind, it will take away your memories that you have,
oh, it would
like
take
your
from
old
my
memories.
memories.
Yeah, it will take from your. So if you read
Oh,
someone's mind, it's going to take from your memories. So in order for you to stop getting your memories taken away, whose mind would you want to read for the last time? Like who would you just pick? Like I'm going to stop after this, but let me just do this real quick.
all
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like. Mhm.
In this present day right now, the last mind I would read, and only because it's a trending story and I would be able to make some money off the situation. I want to read Diddy mind. No homo,
Oh
pause.
my
Yo, I want
gosh.
to know everything. I want to know everything that I do know about everybody else. I don't know why that's real interesting to me right now because I got some people who I find that I'm a fan of, and if he did some Batiman shit with them, I'm not a fan no more. I can't like
Yo.
I got to keep it 100. Like I can't do it. Like I can't do it.
That is so funny because I wasn't expecting you to say that. I actually kind of, and it's funny because I have a question that's actually involving Diddy, so that's
Okay.
hilarious to me. But I'm surprised because I thought that you was going to say Kanye West because I know you have a video that you spoke on when he did the interview with DJ Academics, and
Mhm.
he had on the KKK suit, and he
Mhm.
was basically stating in that interview like what you was basically explaining was that it don't matter what he says because they're always just like pretty much looking at what I'm doing or whatever,
Right.
and
Right.
whatever I'm saying isn't being like
heard.
reciprocated. It's not being
Yeah.
heard. Yeah, exactly. So I kind of thought that you was probably going to say you, but honestly, now that I think about it, it makes sense why you wouldn't say that because he says everything he wants to say.
Everything.
And what people want to hear, they want to hear what Diddy has to say.
Right.
So
And
you're right about that. You're right about that. But also, I feel like I want to hear, like, I would want to hear what Jay-Z got going through his mind. Also, I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
yeah, Hove got, and I can tell
Mhm.
he got secrets, but he ain't itching to tell it
But
like
it
Diddy.
ain't. It's not. Yeah. It's not touching. It's not touching Diddy child. We
That's
all
what
want
I'm
to know.
saying.
Diddy has been silent for a long
What?
time. We
That's
want to
what I'm
hear.
saying. That boy going like when it happened.
Oh
It's, yeah.
yeah.
So I would be like, yo, let me know what Diddy know real fast. All right, that's all right, because I can make money off of that shit.
Yeah, you most definitely can. You talking about it, especially if people actually knew that you was able to read minds, and they
Mm-hmm.
was be like, "Y'all, all you have to do is just title the video." So I read Diddy's mind. Let's
Yep.
talk about it.
Let's talk
You know
about
what
it. Let's talk
I'm saying?
about
Like
it. Well,
that would go completely viral because everyone wants to know what's going on. Yeah,
well, that
elevated over there. He elevated is waving his red flag, child. He's like, "Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on." Yeah. So since we jumped into Diddy, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you this question because, like
uh,
I said, I had a question on Diddy.
yeah.
So my next question for you is: if you was P Diddy's lawyer and he told you that he wanted to take the stand to defend himself, what advice would you give him to help him to be able to plead his case?
When he speak, uh, just don't put yourself like so. I represented myself one time, even though it was something light, like it was like a car accident, like a fender bender type situation. But before I went up there, the public defender told me not to say I. So like, don't put yourself in the situation. So whatever
That's
you
hard to
say,
do.
yeah, it's very hard to do. But
Yeah.
you want to be free, right? Like you want to stay out of jail, so you better, you know what I mean, just don't put yourself in the situation. Explain whatever the situation is, and just don't put yourself in it to where it incriminates you. Like that's the
Mm-hmm.
only, yeah, that's pretty much. Because I'm gonna let you go up there and do your Diddy thing. You can dance and all that. Just don't incriminate yourself, bro. Like that's the whole thing.
Ooh, child. I don't know, honey. I
That's
know
hard.
today is the start of his case, and he's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the jury is going to be getting picked today, and then you know, I guess tomorrow, not even I guess, but tomorrow should be when they say what they're going to be doing, like
Yeah,
what's their case going to be
yeah,
against. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what he's going to say, what his case is going to be. I want to know what that statement is. I
yeah.
really, really
Let's
do. I hope that they say that, and I'm pretty sure that they will because everyone is following this case. So yeah. Hmm.
and I'm still unclear on what Diddy charges is. Like, what is he being charged with? First, they were saying like human trafficking. Then they like doping the baby oil. Or like, what is this man being charged for? Like, I don't even know.
Yeah. Elevated is so funny. He said Jay could speak in third person very well. Oh, I sure can.
See,
Yeah, Jay can speak in third person. I can speak so child. When I tell you I am a character, honey. I know how to play the game.
that's you got to
Okay.
do that.
I know how to play the game. So if
You gotta
someone was
do
to
that.
tell me to go up there and I can't say I child, you would think that I was the passenger driver. Okay. Like I'm
See,
not gonna hold you.
see?
So Mary's life journey said, "Me too. I want to know what the hell Diddy knows. I want to know what he knows too because he know a lot.
You know a lot,
There was
bro.
a phone call that was released from jail when he was speaking to his son, and he was telling his son to throw away the
Throw away the
pepperoni pizza
pizza
or the
boxes.
pizza
The
boxes.
boxes
I
here.
wonder. I really wonder what that meant because his
Yo,
son is so freaking
Jay,
stupid talking about like he was confused. Like, what do you mean? He's like, throw away the pizza
the extra
boxes.
pizza, like just for you,
Yeah.
like to be honest, they holding this man in jail, Jay, like in jail,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty much only because of the shit that he got on other people. So that means whoever,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's
what,
really the reason why, because he's really the key to taking everything down.
like,
Yeah, he's literally the key.
what
He's like
nigga,
the
what you got?
plantation. Like if you knock down the plantation, honey, you're
People get
gonna, yeah, or not the plantation, but the foundation. If you knock down the
right,
foundation,
right,
everything will come crumbling down.
right.
Yeah, and that's real. Yeah. So
That's
let me ask you another question. Speaking on it, the fires that happen in California, do you
mhm.
think that has something to do with connection of like deleting evidence, or do you think that was like a fire?
So I think everything has some type of conspiracy shit tied to it because it's crazy. Like if you got wildfires, right? Why are people getting caught setting fires?
Right.
Like so, like I'm not getting that shit like that, and that was bugging me out. I'm like, hold on, like this is a tragedy. Like, why you guys should be voluntary firefighters at this moment, like trying to save this community or wherever these fires are breaking out. Y'all should be banding together to fight this shit. Instead, you got people secretly setting fires in stupid ass places, calling it a wildfire. And I'm like, yo, this shit, like everything got something tied to it to me, Jay. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm a Matrix dude. Like the Matrix is deep.
Yeah, no, I definitely believe that. Yeah. So Tiff's Taste was saying Diddy is mad. He is not at the Met Gala. Oh, you're funny, girl.
Yeah,
And then she also said that
he definitely
Hawaii and
mad.
the LA fires were on purpose, which I also like. I
See,
believe that too.
see,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like,
Because
and
I remember seeing some stuff that actually said that there were certain homes that wasn't even touched, and around them, those homes and areas were touched,
we're
and it just
getting
didn't
right,
make sense to me. You know what
right.
I'm saying? And then on top of that, the fact that like the water wasn't there, it was
What
just so many stuff like lined up in a country, not a country, but in a
a
state
state? Yeah,
that is
like
real, like well known for stuff like that. And then on top of that, the freaking person, the mayor
the
was
mayor.
in Africa. It
Like
like
on
all of it just
vacation.
seemed to just like all of it just seemed to just like have something to child.
Let me tell
I
you,
don't know,
that shit
man.
was a baby tooth, Jay. It was too shaky. Like it was too
Yeah, no,
shaky.
it really, really was. Yeah, it was really shaky, and everyone had questions about it. And then it went on for weeks. It went on for weeks, and didn't make no sense.
And
Yeah,
nobody
that's for
could do
real.
nothing about it. Like we
Yeah, and
don't
nobody could do nothing about it. It didn't make no
like
sense.
that's why I be saying like now watch look at other countries looking at us. Y'all can't even put a fire out. Let's
Mm-hmm.
go take that shit. Like that's how I be on it.
Yeah, that's for real. Yeah, I believe that. So, Elevator said that the Cali wildfires, I believe, are clearing land for real estate developments, which I believe too. I believe too, because I remember when I was watching the news, I don't remember who it was that said it, but they was basically saying like they was excited to build it back because they're gonna build it bigger and better than ever before. They wasn't even worried about like all the damages that people have lost. Some people had literally lost so many like investments that they've been having
Yes,
in their family for
yes.
years. And they're not looking at that because they're ready to build like a smart city or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's about to be like the most like, and I feel like they've been having stuff. This is one thing that I always think of. Like, there's so much that's on the internet that's been
Mm-hmm.
showing like from years prior
Mm-hmm.
talking about, yeah, the smart city, exactly, Tiff. So talking about things that they have in development, and then all of a sudden it happens and people be like so shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, COVID. COVID
Right.
was talked about for a long time. And honestly, like every 10 years, there's always something. And honestly, it's called population control.
Right.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
They have to
Thank
be
you.
able to control the population, and they have
Thank
to be
you.
able to bring it down some type of way. It's funny to me how, like, in New York, after like right when COVID was really at its highest, they was literally telling people that they couldn't bury their loved ones, and they was stacking them on top of each other and I don't know, burning the bodies or something like that. But then right after, like probably a week later, they allowed people to start burying their loved ones again. That would be
Okay.
insane if my loved one was one of those people that was burnt up just to see a week later people actually having funerals again. I would want to sue somebody because they got me messed up.
Look,
Like, let
my
me
loved
at least
one.
cremate my loved one or something if
Yeah,
I can't have a funeral for them. You know what I'm saying?
we had an aunt. Like my aunt passed during COVID from COVID, and like this is why I said everything got a conspiracy to it because she went in there and she was home, like she was self medicating. When she got to the hospital, she got worse. And then they had to call my cousin and get permission to administer some type of COVID medicine to her. Like some I don't know if it was newly introduced. That's all they told him. But they said it was for his mom. It would benefit my aunt or whatever. She died 2 days after they gave her that shit. like 2 days.
Wow.
And then we could have no funeral service, like because it couldn't be more than an 8 to 10 person gathering or some shit like that. That shit was so
Yeah.
crazy. Like, yeah, like I don't even like talk about that shit because it was crazy. Like I really feel
Yeah.
they killed off a lot of us with that COVID shit. That shit was definitely by design. Like by design. Like, yeah, that was crazy. That was
Mm-hmm. So D Nasty said, I need 500 square feet to open my own clothing store, customers only. And then Cleveland said they didn't even approve them of insurance for the fire, which is
I,
true.
I wanted to
It's
get to
not even
that.
that they approved it; they took it away.
I
Isn't
wanted to
that what
get that.
happened? They,
Yeah, get
yeah.
to that. People,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so that's how you know, Jay. That shit was crazy. How the
Yeah.
the fucking man out there, y'all, there's no water in the whole state of California, and y'all cutting people policies on the insurance for like this is a whole state, like a state epidemic or pandemic or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and y'all not covering this. Like this is what we got insurance for. That shit was by design.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yeah, they was definitely putting people in 18 wheelers and freezers. And then Elevator was saying COVID had people on ventilators. Yeah, which
That's a
was
fact.
insane.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Mm-hmm.
And remember they were
And
saying they
Ronnie
didn't have
said,
enough. They didn't have enough ventilators for
yeah, they didn't
people
have
in
enough ventilators and people had to
like
freaking
what? Like what?
child, that's crazy. So Ronnie was saying you always have to listen when they say talk about depopulation, human race. Always listen for that. Yes. And sometimes they don't even like word it as that because they don't want to like scare people
Yeah,
and
because
they
they
say other things. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And honest child,
Listen, y'all wanna
that is so crazy.
y'all gotta stay in tune with the Simpsons. The Simpsons be telling you everything.
Yeah, they do. They really do. And they've been doing that. They've
They've
been
been
doing that.
telling us everything. Like everything.
So Mary's life journey said, I believe that about COVID. That is what drove me out of nursing. Stop being a nurse. That's so true. You get to see so many different things, and it's so insane to actually believe that you're working for someone wanting to do the thing that you do, like help people, and you're really not helping people.
And
You
that's
know what
crazy.
I'm saying?
That's crazy, yeah. Like, but don't
Mm-hmm.
give up, Mary, because we need good people to depend on like you. Like, we don't need somebody who's gonna kill us and hit us with the wrong shot just to depopularize the population. Like, we need you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need you in there giving us the healthy shot, not the not the other one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Tiff's take was saying and South Park. Yeah, South Park
Yeah,
definitely
South
be
Park.
doing the
Yeah,
same for
South
sure.
Park too. Yep, yep.
That's for real. Thank you guys so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Black Effin' Fathers. Please make sure to go and subscribe to his channel and check out his content, okay? The next question that I have for you here is, would you rather find $500 floating in a public unflushed toilet, or would you rather find $5 in your pocket?
Let me get that 500. Are you
Ew.
crazy, Jay? Like that's what soap and water is for.
I couldn't. I'm sorry. I couldn't. As soon as I pushed that stall door open, child, I'm about to throw up.
I
You know
saw
what I'm
500.
saying? Like, I'm sorry.
I see 500 in a. It could be in a latrine, like what's them shits called the joints that be out a porta potty, right? Those is the most. Those the worst smelling things ever. If I look down and I see 500,
Oh no
that's what
no
soap and
no.
water for. I'm up 500.
Oh no, I don't know, child.
You know that.
I would go and pat you on the shoulder and tell you, hey, you know what I'm saying? I just seen something. You're gonna have to go get it though.
So if somebody out there, I'm greedy. I ain't lying. I ain't sharing that nickel. I'm getting that. I'm taking that. I'm taking that all to the face. Pause.
Oh no. Savin Tony said, what if it was your phone, Jay? Oh my God. Thank God
Right.
I've been posting a
Right.
lot of videos on my channel, you know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't do it. Honestly, I can't see it being my phone, but if my phone, I literally think about that when I go to like a public restroom. Though I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna hold you because when I tell you, chat, I do not sit on no public restroom. I don't even sit in certain people's houses restrooms. I'm not gonna hold you. So for me to open up a public stall and see like all up in there, and then I see $500 right on top of it, God, hey, I don't know, Chad. I don't know. I
Right.
don't know how I feel about that. I don't know.
I'd
But
have flushed.
yeah, put some
I'd have flushed.
gloves on. Fabi, are you crazy, girl?
But I'd have
Yeah.
went raw hand like Tyrone Biggums. You'd have flushed me down the toilet. I'd have had the 500 like this, though, holding
Mm. Mm-mm. Mary's Life Journey said, LOL, that's a hard question. I got to think on that.
it.
Fabi
Yo, Mary,
said, Jay, you ain't getting any of my 500. Oh, girl, you're not going to share even after I
what?
told you that it was there.
Listen,
You ain't going to share even when I told you. You wasn't even going to know about that $500 if
you
I
ain't
didn't tell you. I'm the
you
one
ain't
that pointed it out.
you ain't want to get the boo boo on you.
Nah, hell no.
You
I sure
gotta,
the
you
fuck
know what I
didn't.
mean?
Ew.
You gotta go through some
Oh,
shit to
no.
get the
I'm
benefits of life.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Jay, like, I'm sorry.
So Vanny said, nah, it'll stay there. It'll stay right there.
My pop's
Mm-hmm.
lying. He lying.
He lying?
My
Are
dad,
you
I'm a.
lying?
This how much
You'll
he
take that
lying. You
$500.
know what he would have did? And now he maybe not lying. He would have tipped the whole porta potty over until that shit came splashing out. I think I'd have did that too. Now that I think
Ew,
about it. Yeah,
not
I'd have just
splashing.
listen. We'd have just fucked up the block wherever that was at. It'd have just been messed up.
I'm sorry, I just could not even think to do it. But ew, I would see it, and I would just have to. I would have to wait on a family member to come, and I would let them know, hey, I see something in there. You're not gonna
Call me.
like it,
We family,
but
Jay. Call me because I want some of that. I'll be like this. Here you go. I got you.
as long as you share, then
I
I'll
got.
call
Yeah, I
you.
got you. You called me,
Yeah,
so we
okay.
definitely sharing it. You found it. I got
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna have to share
We
that. You're gonna have to
partners.
share that because yeah, I need some of that. I just don't want to touch
You
that.
just don't want to
Yeah.
touch you.
Ew.
We
So
wash
how
it.
you gonna clean off that money? That's nasty. Where you gonna clean it at? I hope it's not at home. You're not bringing that shit inside. You're bringing someone else's shit inside your home, and they
Listen,
didn't even come in your home. That's
that's
nasty to
five
even think
hundred.
about.
That's $500, right? We could pay somebody $20 to be like, yo, here, just wash this money off. They'll do it for $20. I'm telling you, people do shit for less than $20.
They do. They definitely do shit for less than $20. That's for sure. That's crazy though. So Savin Tony said, I wouldn't do it for 500 though. It would have to be more than that. Ooh, child. I know some people would definitely do that because $500 can do a lot. You know what I'm saying? But ooh, to have to get it,
Yeah,
that's $500 worth of work. I ain't even gonna hold you.
that listen,
Like that's a lot of work. And child, please,
Jay,
I
you
don't
like
know.
you like Jays, you like Jordans and shit like that. I know you
I
got
mean,
Jordans in your house.
I don't have a pair. Oh no, I do have one pair of Jordans. I don't even
Okay.
know if it is Jordans. I don't know. It's a foam posits. Are those Jordans?
Oh, phone posits is shit. Those about 200, 250. So that's half your five right there. Well, especially in my size. Phone posits 250. So that's why I was like,
Shoot,
no
child.
problem.
Mm-mm. So Cleveland was saying, "Don't stall because someone will be knocking on the stall."
That's a fact.
Mm-mm-mm.
The next person they gonna be up 500 now. We ain't letting them get that.
Elevated talking about Jay. You shitting me, child? Please, trust me, I am not. That is so funny though. Cleveland said the washer, put it in the washer.
Yeah, just
Tiff Take
watch it.
said straight to the bank. Oh, girl, you gonna put your hand in there?
Let them know,
Ooh,
Tiff.
child.
Let them
Let
know.
him know, Tiff. Tiff is a gangster.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah,
Listen,
Tiff is a
extra money.
gangster. Yeah. Fabi said, I'll clean it outside with my hose.
They
Elevator
see.
said, Jay, you won't be helping spend either. Yes, I would. I'm the one that told you about it. So how you gonna tell me I'm not gonna help you to spend it? Yeah, hose it down, Tony said. Tiff said the bank will not turn away. They sure won't turn away, but I sure will. I will turn away to go and call you and come and get it.
You right. They
Yeah.
wouldn't turn it away. We could take your money straight to the bank.
Child, please. Ronnie said, "I take the $5 in my pocket and go play the daily lotto until I hit for 500." How much is the daily lotto that you only gonna use $5? I don't think you're gonna be able to like play that many times.
He ain't
Fabi
realized
said,
Lotto. It's $5 now for Lotto. It ain't even a dollar in a dream no more. It's $5 in a dream.
"Child, I guess you just playing one game."
Exactly.
And Fabi said, "Elevated. That's what I'm saying. I'm not giving her any." Oh, y'all mean what? Mary, you agreeing too, right? Elevated is a shitty situation. Oh, okay. I was about to say. Damo said, but they do retail for 200 or $200 plus. They probably do, child.
They do.
Elevated was saying $500 for maybe an hour worth of my time. You bullshitting, Jay. Child, I guess I'm bullshitting, child. I ain't bullshitting that much because I'll come and call you to come and do it, and then we can split that.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
some good money.
That's,
$250. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
that's not a
You
bad
wasn't
come
gonna
up.
know about it. I would literally stand in front of that thing, and nobody will be able to go up in there until I find a person that will be able to share with me that and give me my $250 cut. But you gotta go and get it. I found it, so I did my part. You do yours. You gotta get
Right,
it.
right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So Cleveland was saying, return it back to the government. Then what? Return it back to the government. They will send back new money with gloves. Hell
Oh,
no. Hell no, they won't. What if you return the whole porta potty, or you talking about the money? Because if you do that, they're gonna tell you they ain't see no money in there.
man,
Like what?
we going to
Five
Wells
hundred
Fargo.
dollars.
We going to Wells like, well, here you go. Some shitty money. Let me get some clean money.
Mm-mm. G Nasty said $500. She hooked, and I got a sugar mama for life. Ciao. Mm-mm. Demo says split it, and I gotta do all the work. Ooh wee. You gotta do all the work, but you wouldn't be doing no work if I ain't tell you about it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So you wouldn't even have nothing if I ain't tell you about it. So you gotta cut me something.
that's that
Jay, are
Franklin
you going to
Street.
help me clean it too? I will hold the hose and you hold the money, and I will spray it and you hold it. If it gets on you, child, I'll give you another $5.
Let
You
me
know what
get
I'm
on you.
saying? But we still got to split some way somehow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Elevator said, Damo, she gonna be mad. I'll throw her maybe $100 for the heads up. Wow, that's kind of crazy, but okay. Y'all are funny. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Deposit it through a machine, then withdraw clean money. You really can. I'll
I ain't
let you
gonna
take
lie,
it
yeah, it
out,
ain't
and then
taking that.
I'll put my gloves on and take it into the machine.
Yeah,
And
the
then yeah, we
machine
can
is
do it
not
like that.
taking
But
that money.
y'all gotta take it out though. Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all. That's crazy. Thank y'all so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Black Effin' Fathers. Please make sure to go and subscribe to his channel and check out his content, okay? So the next question that I have for you here is, would you rather kiss every person that you met, or would you rather never kiss your partner again?
Jay said, so would I rather kiss every person I meet or never kiss my wife ever again?
Yeah,
Um, so all right, so I gotta kiss everybody I meet just to be able to kiss my wife continuously to be able to kiss my wife.
pretty much, yeah.
Hold on, this question is going left. Women.
Yeah, it'll be women.
All
It'll be
right,
women.
all right, all right. Shit. I don't ever want to stop kissing my wife, so I guess she gonna be mad. I'm probably gonna catch mono or something, but I guess I'll be kissing everybody or kissing all these women. I guess
Child, she definitely gonna be. She ain't gonna want you to go nowhere. She won't want you to meet nobody. She be like, "You're gonna be a stay-at-home worker, and you're not leaving the house.
that's all. That's
And
it.
if anybody comes to the door, you gotta tell them that no one's home. You know what
She
I'm
don't.
saying? You be
Yeah.
like, no one's home.
She.
That's so funny.
You never hear what she always. I don't know if you ever heard me leaving the house, and she always make me say this shit before I leave the house. She like, babe, what you tell them bitches? And then I gotta be like, back up, bitch. Like
What?
that's the everyday
That is
mantra.
so funny.
Ev-
I never heard that before. That is hilarious, though.
She's like, what you tell them bitches, babe? I'll be like, back up, bitch. I gotta say that shit every day before I leave the house.
Mm-mm-mm. Look at not coach over there trying to tell you to tell them to back up. That is so funny, child.
All the
That
time.
actually reminded me of when I was younger. I probably was in like maybe fourth grade, and I actually remember this, and this whole question reminded me of it. But when I was in fourth grade, my sister, she was in high school, and she was telling me that somebody, so this was back when we only had like the landline phone. No one really had
Mm-hmm.
cell phones. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So I answered the phone, and it was a guy on the phone, and he wanted to talk to my sister. So I picked up the phone, and he's like, "Hey, can I talk to so and so?" And I was like, let me go see. So I went and I told her that someone was on the phone and, they had said their name. So I said, such and such is on the phone for you. And she said, tell them that I'm not here. And so I went and I said, she said that she's not here. And she got so mad at me. She got so
Yeah,
mad at me.
'cause-
But I was like, I told them what you
yeah,
said.
what you
You know what I'm
said.
saying? I didn't
Yeah,
know when I was younger. I didn't know all that. She said she's not here. He just paused on my. He was like, "Oh, okay." I
nah,
was like, "Ooh."
you delivered the
Even in the
message.
moment, I didn't realize that I did something wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
you was young. Like
yeah.
you was young.
Mm-mm.
That's funny though.
Yeah, child. Okay. So again, you guys, thank y'all so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions for Jay, and I am here with Black Effin Fathers. Please make sure to go and subscribe to his channel and check out his content. So
Tap
this
in.
question that I have for you is your last question. So thank you so
Okay.
much for making it this far in the interview.
Okay.
All right. So this question here is, would you rather never be able to make a decision for yourself or never be able to wear dry clothes for the rest of your life?
I guess I'll be wet for the rest of my life because I don't want to. I'm too. I don't want to use stubborn, but I'm too independent to not make my own decisions. So I'll be soaking wet for the rest of my life if that's the case.
They gonna know when you coming because they gonna hear like the squeaky sounds of your
That
socks and
little,
your
yeah,
shoes
that sloshing. I'm
and
gonna
all
sound
of
like
that.
a mop.
Yeah, you're gonna have your own personal like cleaner walking behind you because of all the slush you're leaving behind from wherever you came from, child.
Yeah, they gonna be like, somebody
Mm-mm.
dragging a mop. Like, nah,
Right,
that's
literally.
just
They'd
Black
be like,
effing
nah, that's me.
fathers.
That's me.
Yeah, just
You
BFF.
would never be able to hide from anybody unless it's raining. That would probably be the only time you happy.
Yeah, what was it? House party. He was telling dude with the Jerry curl. He was like, "You can't never hide." He'd be like, "Follow the drip, follow the drip." They be following the
Oh,
drip everywhere I go.
yeah, they literally will. They'd be like, "Yeah, you dripping. Look at your drip.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
at
you
my
literally
right.
would
Look
be
at
the
my drip.
definition of that."
Hold up, that might be a new style. I might start a wave. You know what I mean?
You probably will be starting a wave. Yeah, like just wet. I'm wet all the time.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, look at
always
this.
wet.
My diamonds are water. Look at
It's the
that,
wet look. Yeah.
child. Mm-mm. Yes, ma'am. But I'm really excited that I was able to do this interview with you. You were so engaged, and I really, really love that. You had so much to just like say as far as like speaking on your behalf and all of that. So thank you so much for being able to do this interview, and I'm so excited for your journey here on YouTube.
I
Before we
think
close, do you have anything you want to say?
I really thank you for having me, sis. You already know I think you dope. Ever since I saw you interview Coach and I start following you and subscribe to you, I'm like your content is dope. We in the same community, just so I don't think we mentioned it once, but we in the Are You Locked In? So I'll let everybody know. Everybody from our community, you already know. Start throwing them in there. Hashtag Are You Locked In? They know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like
Hashtag
I
Are
said,
you locked in?
yeah, Are You Locked In? We out here. Um, Other than that, I want to thank the chat. I want to thank everybody who showed up. My man D Nas. I had a little giveaway for people. We wasn't able to properly. I wanted to like do a little question. I was gonna give this shirt to somebody whoever gave the correct answer. And actually, Coach actually told me to make the criteria for the winner of this shirt that you have to be a subscriber. You gotta leave. You already know. You gotta leave a fist in the comment, and all you gotta do is answer this one question. So I got a video where I was talking about Carmelo Anthony is free, and I was talking about the judge and everything who lowered the bill. I actually said in my vlog that there was a person who said that Carmelo was done an injustice by being charged with murder. Like he should have never been charged for murder. He actually was defending himself.
Yeah.
So if you could tell me right now in the comment who was the person I referenced that said Carmelo was done an injustice and should have never been charged with murder, you're gonna get this exclusive BFF extra large shirt. And I also want to make out this shirt is not customized, but let me show y'all real fast. It can be customized. Like, if you can see on the back, I don't want to go too crazy, but it's just saying BFF LB if y'all can see it. I don't know. Y'all might can see it.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we can see it.
we customize the apparel, but if you can answer that, that black shirt is yours. That was made by my man D Nasty. He's in the comments, and he,
Okay, D
yeah,
Nasty, look at you making shirts and stuff.
yeah.
Period.
That's
Yes.
ISY the cloth, as you see right there. ISY the cloth. ISY stands for I said yo. That's my guy. I said
That is
yo.
so funny. That's some New
Yeah.
York stuff right there.
You already
That's
know
some
that's
New
where we
York
from.
stuff.
Bronx made. You know what I'm saying? The Bronx made us. Can't nobody fade us. We out here. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Like Sis said, please tap into my
Hmm.
channel. I'm just out here giving y'all a little, you know what I'm saying, feed updates on things that we go through as black fathers, black males. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's a guy I'm gonna be talking about soon. His name is Rodney Henson. His son was shot in the back by a cop. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And his son he definitely was doing something he wasn't supposed to. He stole a car with a bunch of other kids, but he doesn't deserve to be.
oh
He didn't
wow.
deserve to get shot in the back by this cop. And
Yeah.
his dad, unfortunately, the cop wasn't taking off duty. He was actually just put on like a traffic duty situation. And Rodney actually saw him in the street and ran his ass over with his car. So now he's actually on trial for murdering.
Dang.
Yes, and I'm not gonna lie, like I don't condone violence to a certain extent. You know what I mean? But you took mines. That's his son. You know what I'm saying? And his son was unarmed and he was shot in the back. And there's video footage, like body cam footage, that shows that this kid was wrongfully killed. So I can understand why Rodney did what he did. And they even tried to intimidate Rodney by having like 30 troopers at his arraignment and all that, trying to intimidate him. He looked every last one of them in the face, cuffed. So we we categorize Rodney as a militant BFF dad. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take shit to the extreme. And like I said, I don't condone murdering nobody, but I understand it. Like I understand where
Yeah.
Rodney was at in that situation.
Dang, that is really, really crazy.
Yeah, it's real out here for
Okay.
us. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit to deal with. Mothers too. You know what I'm saying? Like mothers got a lot of stuff to deal with. That's why we out here trying to protect y'all.
I know, right? That's for real. Mm-mm-mm. But that is so insane. But, ooh, child. Yeah. But thank you guys so much for coming out and showing so much love and support in the chat. Thank y'all for coming and showing love to Black Effin' Fathers. Please make sure if you're not subscribed that you are going to go over to his channel and check him out and
Yeah.
subscribe and involve yourself in his content, okay? But I appreciate you guys. I hope all of you enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for stopping by and have a good one.
You already
Bye.
know. Bye.